Oh, hey, you're here. I'll catch up with you. Sorry, I'm just on my way out, but your workstation's at the back over there. It should be all set up on the network, but let the guys know if it isn't. From there, you can access all the data you need to help us direct development of the car. Get yourself settled, and then head out to practice when you're ready. I'll catch up with you later, okay?
Welcome to Melbourne and the inaugural event of the F1 2019 Championship season. The session is starting shortly and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. A feeling that anything can happen this year, and if it does, well, this weekend could be the opening chapter to one of the most exciting F1 seasons ever.
This first race of the season is always quite difficult for us trackside, and for those back at the factory as well, as it's the first time the car has run since winter testing. The more consistent mileage you can get in these sessions, the happier we'll be.
So here we go. Australia is the country, Melbourne is the racetrack. Looking forward to it. We need to know how we are in this Renault car. We need to get a feel for it.
Track is still green. Take it easy for the first couple of laps.
And we just need to try and understand the car. There are differences in these cars, especially coming from the F2 cars to the F1. There's going to be more power here. We need to learn how to use the ERS, which is the electrical stuff. I don't really know what it does, but it makes you faster. That is it in the bottom right, the 88%. Now this is our first lap, I believe, on the practice one. Our pace was looking alright. I was feeling pretty good with the car.
It's time to remind ourselves
And
of our top
there we
three.
go. We set actually the fastest lap in a Renault. Yes, not many drivers went on soft tyres. But we're about 0.3 of a second quicker than Max Verstappen. You know, a lot quicker than Vettel. And it's looking good, but we know that the big teams don't bring the big pace at this point.
It's been a lot of hard work, but here you are making your debut in Formula One. You must be thrilled.
Jenny, I'm over the moon. Really happy to be here. I feel like I've worked a lot for it and I deserve the chance.
So how are you finding things at the team? Are you settling in?
Loving it, yeah. Daniel Ricciardo's a good lad. Had a few beers with him, yeah. Just chilling.
What are you expecting out of this season? Are you just aiming to find your feet in Formula One, or do you see something more?
I think finding my feet at first is for sure a goal.
Appreciate your time.
No problem. See you soon.
What an incredible practice session.
So this was after practice 2. We dropped down to 11th in our medium tyres. Quite a long way off the pace this time. So obviously the other drivers are bringing a bit more pace into practice 2, which is, I think, what you're supposed to do. Don't go all out on practice 1, but we did. That was us going all out on practice 2 as well. So 11th is probably about where I'm expected. I think they want me about 14th. So it's not the end of the world. Here we are on to practice 3 now. And we are pretty good here. You're looking at our time delta on the right. That is for 15th place though, so we do want to be a lot quicker than that. And that is going to be a very fast lap. That was a qualifying pace program that puts us on pace for a 5th place qualifying.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top 3.
So there we go. In practice 3, we did go faster again than anyone else on the field.
Practice is officially over. Until next time, goodbye.
Now we head to qualifying. It's not bad there. You can see Daniel Ricciardo is down in 6th or 7th.
Your thoughts? You really went all out in practice today. Are you testing new components?
No new components as of yet, Jenny. It's just feeling good on the track.
You were flying in practice. Do you think you can carry this over to qualifying?
I don't see any reason why we couldn't. You know, the pace is there. It's just about concentrating in the race over a longer distance.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you. You fancy a drink or no?
We're just about ready to kick off today's qualifying here in Melbourne. It's the Australian Grand Prix.
So here we go for our first qualifying lap. Bringing in some pace into it. It's not the best cornering, so it's going to give us not the best start to the race. Let's see what we can do here. We go into gear 4. We want to be here now. Looking good, actually. Looking very good. We have no Delta to race against. All we have is Leclerc, who did a 27 through this first sector. So see if we can get near that. The sector line is there on the left-hand side where the mini-map is. 25, 26, 27. We are 0.2 slower than Leclerc over the first sector. See if we can make some time up here in the middle sector. Again, looking pretty smooth. I didn't feel at any point that I was losing control of this car, as I have done many times in other F1 cars. It just feels right, and this corner here is super risky the way I take it. I mean, that is cut quite a lot, but you know, there's a small line there, a small margin for error, and we seem to just be on the right side of that line. And here we come around the penultimate corner, running a bit wide there into the last corner. Well, I suppose it's not the last if you count this corner, which I suppose you should, as it's a corner. Here we go. What time have we got? Leclerc set at 1:24. We set a 1:24.49. We are 0.279 slower than Leclerc. That does put us in third place. A lot of people not run yet though. So we're going to put on a fresh pair of soft tyres and have one more go at that. Let's see what we can do. Up there in the top right you can see our Delta. That's opposed to our fastest lap. So we are quicker than we were before by nearly 3 seconds, 0.3 seconds, and that would give us enough to beat Leclerc into a very, very unlikely pole position in this race. There we go, we're still remaining under the Delta. So gear 4 for this long right-hander, not great. And again, bad gear change, but we're through. Being told we have 2 laps of fuel, Here we go, 0.2 down, heading into the final straight. It's looking good. Where will this put us? It puts us up to second, only 0.076 off of Leclerc. But after the others all went, we dropped down to 5th. Not bad though at all. I'd 100% take that. You know, as I said, we expect to finish in 14th where Daniel Ricciardo is. So I'm very, very happy with that. We're more than a second quicker than Ricciardo.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. It's been a great qualifying session for you. Are you going to carry that momentum into the race?
Absolutely. As I said in our last interview, it's just about concentration over a longer period in the race.
Are you hoping to have your reliability issues sorted out before qualifying?
Yeah, we had a small problem. They fixed it quickly, so yes, I believe we are pretty set.
Appreciate your time.
New drivers, new cars, it's a new Formula One season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades now that plays host to round 1 of a 21-race championship that takes us from here in Australia across the globe and the eventual season finale at the Yas Island circuit in Abu Dhabi. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. Its combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners make it a tricky track when it comes to overtakes. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. We have plenty of changes to the sport this year with tweaks to the regulations, a fresh-looking spread of tyre compounds, and of course some changes to the roster of car manufacturers. It's goodbye to Sauber and hello once again to the classic name of Alfa Romeo in Formula One. It's also goodbye to Force India. They've been rebranded as Racing Point. Joining me to take you through all the action of the 2019 Formula One season is Anthony Davidson. And it's great to have you with us.
Thanks, Crofty. Always happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to getting underway. Last year was Mercedes' 5th Constructors' title in a row, although for the first half of the season it was absolutely neck and neck with the Ferraris. Hopefully this year we can see the chasing pack take that final step, as I'd love to see a championship contest all the way up to the final race in Abu Dhabi. Another story to keep an eye on is the performance of Red Bull, who have switched to the Honda power unit this year. What that will mean for both their performance and reliability remains to be seen.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Bottas, the captain, and Verstappen, Albon, Sainz, Perez, and Kevin Magnussen. Weber, Butler, Lando Norris, and Ricciardo, Raikkonen, Grosjean.
Okay, you've qualified higher than we expected, so let's try to build on this position throughout the race.
So here we go. It looks like we're gonna pit on lap 6. That's quite early. Here we are on our formation lap. It's coming in. We're forming the grid. We've warmed our tyres up. We've warmed our brakes up. We are ready for the start of the Australian Grand Prix. We drop into our position of 5th. Bottas, Hamilton ahead of us. Max Verstappen on our right.
Keep an eye on
Carlos
the
Sainz
The
behind.
start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's lights out and away we go here at Melbourne. We get a pretty bad start. Looks like Verstappen's going to absolutely tear through us. Now we just need to concentrate. Now Carlos Sainz actually coming through as well, and he will get past us. Not ideal at all. We drop down to 7th. Some work to be done here. Looks like we have Sergio Perez absolutely bombing it. He might touch Sainz. We touch Sainz. Got hold of Perez here. We do hold off Perez, and now we run a bit wide there. Now we need to concentrate. Long way off from Sainz. Our ERS deploy is on full. We are doing everything we can to catch Sainz. Long race though, 15 laps. We've got time to do this, and we have a pit stop. Lock and change. Again, not an ideal start there. It looked like Sainz just somehow got more pace than us. We got a really bad start, and Sergio Perez tried to get through, but luckily we couldn't. We didn't let him do that. We are catching Carlos Sainz here. Run a bit wide there, touch the grass, that will leave a bit of debris on our wheel. Into this slow corner, gear 2. Accelerating out, up to 120 miles per hour. We are making a gap to Perez, but Sainz is also leaving a gap to us. Remember, we want to be within 1 second by lap 3, because that is when DRS is enabled. DRS gives us a huge boost in pace. Getting into Sainz's slipstream now. No real overtaking possibility at this point. We're too far off him. Now we're closing in. Again, Australia's just a fast track. It's going to be hard to get around people. As long as we keep close, we're going to have DRS at next lap by the looks of it. We've just set our fastest sector 1 time. Predictably enough, lap 2. Here we go. We're very good in this corner. Can we make something happen? Problem is that you can't really overtake, no matter how good we are. Here we go though. No DRS. But we do have a slipstream. We try and go around the outside. But he has the inside line, and we aren't going to make much happen there. We do touch. Is the wing alright? Just checking for wing damage. We look good. And we touch again. Possibly looking down at the wing damage, causing problems there. Got to be careful. We got away with that twice. Now, onto the straight. Again in the slipstream.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Lap 3 is DRS enabled time. Now we have a real shot at getting past Sainz. It doesn't look like he's within 1 second of the car in front, so he will not have DRS. We will. It means on the straights with DRS, we will absolutely fly past him. So here's a pretty fast straight, but not going to do enough there. Here we go. Into the couple of long, fast corners. Give 3 here. Now this is where it can be done if we're going to do it. Looks like there was a yellow flag for something, I'm not sure what. We are racing again though, green flags are out. Onto rich fuel mixture, trying to give this absolutely everything. We have DRS now. What we try and do, we try and go around the outside again. He's going to protect that inside line. Are we round? We're not round. Sainz is still there. We're wheel to wheel. Again, he has the inside line. And we will try and go around the outside. Do we have the pace? We're going to have the inside corner. And we are round Carlos Sainz. Dealt with nice and early. Lap 3. Up to position 6. Next in our sights is Valtteri Bottas. Making sure Sainz has stayed back there, and he has. He should be okay here. I know he has DRS, but I think we can hold him off. Looks like Bottas is quite a way away from us though.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
So we've skipped forward. Looks like Verstappen dropped down to 5th. Bottas must have gone past him, and we are boxing this lap. So we're going to get fresh tyres before everyone else, but we will be on the mediums. Everyone else on pretty worn out softs. Here we go, into the pits. Can we make this fast? It's all going to be about our exit as well. If we come out in traffic, we're going to have a big problem. When we're undercutting people, we're hoping for clean air to go straight through, make up some places. Here we go, into the pits. 2.3 second stop. That's very impressive from our Renault team. And what's the traffic looking like? It looks like we've got 3 cars coming up on our left that are going to go past us before we get enough speed. But we will have nice clean open air to try and set some good times. So when the other teams pit, we'll see where we come out. Not bad at all though. I'm happy with that. Looks like we've closed in now on Robert Kubica in front of us. Now, he has not pitted, so unless we really have to, we don't want to attempt an overtake here, because we know he's going to go in, but we are closing in on him, and overtaking him, if we're not overtaking him, it's going to hurt our time, and we do try for it, and we go heavily wide onto the sand and the grass. We've lost big time with that, and that is a big, big mistake. Very pointless. As we'll see here, Kubica should go into the pits, and he does. That was not worth our time and effort. Now we've got even more time to make up. Where are we in the standings? We've gone 8.
3 seconds.
3 seconds to Verstappen, and Verstappen's gone off! Verstappen's gone off! I don't really know what happened. Can we have another look at that? I'm not sure what happened there. Verstappen span off. Here he comes out the pits. And oh, it's just smashed into there. That's poor. Not from Verstappen. I think it's Giovinco. I'm not sure. Here's a view from Verstappen. Oh, that's just, that would wind me up. But we don't mind it as we go flying past Verstappen. And into 7th place now. It is Giovinazzi. Giovinazzi in front of us. He was the man who caused issues for Verstappen. Let's not let him do the same to us. If we can get past him, we're up 6th position and a real shot at possibly a podium. Who knows? Try the outside. We're going to try the inside now. And that is a much cleaner overtake. That's how we should have dealt with Kubica. So, will we have any cars pitting here? Oh, we run a bit wide into the penultimate turn there. Looks like there's a racing point in the pits, but nothing that's going to do us much favours. But we are up into 5th, so I think someone must have pitted or crashed out. Oh, it's Verstappen that we've taken over.
Pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't
we're 5 seconds off of Leclerc. That is a big gap with no pits left. But now we skip to the final lap because nothing really happened, I'm afraid. But 5th position is not bad at all from our little Renault as we come round the penultimate corner into the home straight to finish 5th in the Australian Grand Prix here at Melbourne. You can see we're happy with that.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for Ferrari today. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Ferrari are at it again, an excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and there's certainly a team that know what they're doing
on
out
that podium someday. Taking them trophies. Spraying that champagne. No feeling quite like it. And there's our final standings there. Not bad at all, really. 5th position. We can see Daniel Ricciardo made up 1 place from his 14th place start to 13th.
Let's have your thoughts. You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
Absolutely over the moon, Jenny. We performed everything to plan.
You've had experience with Devon's fast, aggressive style. Any advice for the drivers he passed today?
You just got to be quicker than him, be as aggressive as him.
Appreciate your time.
Thanks. How about that drink then? No? No. Okay. And that is it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time for the Bahrain Grand Prix.